Hello guys, welcome back. I thought we were gonna do this with Loki, and I kept trying today, and it just wasn't working, just wasn't working. So I'm like, this is actually in the old man's wheelhouse. People that work with Odin end up being very driven to do their best every day to do 4, 5, 6, 7 hours of work to get one video or something like that. We are absolutely committed to doing the very best we can, and so therefore a lot of Odin's people, no matter how modest the success, end up becoming somewhat of a success. And then the people line up that don't want to do that, and they're mad at you because you just have that handed to you. They don't see you trying over and over again. They frankly don't care. They don't see how many hours you put in. They don't see how much you sacrifice, because you could be off doing anything else with your life, but you're sitting there and you're sacrificing whatever else you could be doing to do that. And in your free time, which you don't have if you're an Odin's person, you're doing I'm getting, yeah, back here. I actually got and then, yeah, you are doing research, you are looking around, you are constantly working on yourself. Like, I don't think Odin's people know what free time is. Even when we make free time, it's constructive free time. It's like, if you gave us actual free time, I think our brains would shut down. They really would. Like, my free time is reading a book, learning more, doing a crossword puzzle to stimulate the mind, doing some kind of puzzle, doing this, doing that. Yeah, we go off and we do some actual fun things every so often because Loki insists, but Odin's people are very driven, have that very hard work ethic of, this is a challenge, therefore I want to do it. It's why I think there are so many Odin's people on YouTube and writing books and writing, not only because of the communication thing, but you're just driven to get out there. And the more of a challenge it is, you're like, oh boy, it's an upside down, slurpy, curly cube thing, and I'm gonna fall, and there's no way to climb up that. We're ready to go. Like, if you get on YouTube, it's like, it's not even a straight wall. It's like bent back this way, and you're expected to climb up that wall. And randomly, as you're climbing, if you manage to start climbing at all, the wall abruptly shifts, and then you're upside down. You're looking at the ground or something else. You have to be able to deal with an extremely unstable environment with a ton of pressure that it's publish or perish, be the best or get out of the way. It's very much that type of environment. You either thrive in that or you don't. And even the best people who thrive in it from time to time, we're sick of it, because just because you're thriving isn't automatically you have reached God tier on YouTube, or if you reached God tier on Instagram or something else. You might be thriving with all that stress, you might love it, but you might feel like the small town mom and pop shop equivalent of like a mega store that's real famous or something. You might feel like, oh, I'm putting in all the hours and all the stuff, but I'm this mom and pop store and they're this global entity, and I guess I'm just not good at this. I should give up right now. And you shouldn't, but that's exactly when the haters will go, yeah, you're not that global entity, you should quit. Or how dare you own a store because you can make a profit? Why aren't you just giving stuff away, right? Like, these are nasty people. These are nasty people. They want to see you quit. They want to see you cry, and they want to see you quit. And for Odin's people, you've got to realize that there's something about Odin's people is like, you have a huge target painted on you, and because you'll put in the work, you'll put in the research, you'll put in the time, people just want to come and have a piece of you. And you have to make sure that that Odin's person, passion for something doesn't become physical. It's not a reason to throw down with someone. It's not a reason to hit people. You don't want to go to jail. You won't look good in orange or whatever they wear in your local area. You have to remind yourself to not get physical about it. You have to remind yourself that this person is just looking for a fight because you have that Odin, Odinic, and I'm trying to be careful because that's not a good word in this country, but you have that Odin energy in you, and they can see it in you, and they either are attracted to it and that inspires them to do better, or they're attracted to it to fight with it. There are some people that whenever they're in Odin's presence, their very worst virtues, not virtues, their very worst attributes come out, and they want to fight. They want to fight because if they can fight and manage to knock the old man down, they win. Somehow they win, and they see you as Odin on the earth, so they're going to fight you because they can't get to the old man because he's a god. Whereas Odin's people will fight Odin, and not by Odin's person, I mean anyone that works with the old man will fight the old man because we're opinionated, stubborn mules, and we don't want to do it, and you can't make me do it. That's entirely different. It's why Odin's people do tend to get a success, whether it's a teeny tiny success they won't acknowledge, or it's a great big success. It's where we tend to be successful and hit our goals because we are stubborn and we are mean. And I realized the sloths were coming up for me from Loki because we got a sloth in the chocolate from the gas station. We got a sloth in that thing because sloths are cute and everything, and everybody thinks they're so adorable. Try to pick one up. Try to pick one up. Babies might want picked up, especially the orphans if they have these rehab centers, but a sloth is going to start swinging, and all of a sudden they're ninja fast. They're going to start swinging those claws that can cut you open pretty bad, send you to the hospital. They're going to start swinging those claws and opening those jaws, and if they can latch on, they don't let go. They latch on like a bulldog. They are not letting go, and they're pretty strong apparently. If you've been bit by one, you could attest, or clawed by one, you could attest. But they'll try to use those arms to grab you and bring you in so they can get a good bite on you, and then they're not letting go. Because that is the one and only defense they have, to strike with the claws and to bite. So, it's I think Loki was like, yeah, you can be peaceful and chill and kind and light and up, but sloth is also that side of the totem that's the warrior side, is like when someone is trying to pick you off your branch and take you away from your success, to remember you've got those claws and you've got those teeth for a reason. They might think you are this insignificant little thing that they're just going to pick up and throw, but when you watch these people trying to rescue them, they have the greatest respect because those claws just start swinging and that mouth opens up, and they mean to do you harm. They mean to do you harm. They have no idea you're there to rescue them. They're going to get you, and they don't move fast until you try to pick them up, and then they're lightning fast, and it's they're holding them like they're holding a wolverine or something, or holding a wolf, and they're holding it kind of like by the back of the neck, by the scruff, trying to keep it from twisting around because it can twist around practically like a cobra, and trying to keep themselves from getting struck by those extremely long arms and those teeth, because once they can get in with those claws, then they'll just pull you in. They are incredibly strong and they will bite. So, I think Loki was like that too, about, with the sloths and with the butterflies. And I think it's a cultural thing too, about don't resort to violence, but it's like you can be calm, you can be gentle, you can be kind, you can be, getting success as the Odin's person perhaps. But when someone comes to pull you off your branch, when someone comes to get in your way and interfere, you can take the steps to protect yourself. Certainly don't resort to violence, but it's like just to remember that you might feel like you're being very peaceful, you're being very chill, you resonate with the chill, peaceful side of sloth and butterfly, but to remember they both have a warrior path too, which Odin greatly enjoys, and they will fight back. They will fight back, and they will go after each other at times, especially the males during mating season. So, it's kind of like a thing of, there will be people that are going to see you doing that hard work, and you just have a laid back personality, like say a sloth, or like say a butterfly or a bear or something. But just because you have a laid back personality does not mean you're this easy, soft thing that can be, destroyed and made to run off the internet or leave your church or your circle or your group or wherever this person's trying to get you away from. You can certainly, get in touch with your totem, get in touch with Loki, get in touch with Odin, get in touch with your whatever your higher power is, and say, I need the strength to know what to do. And sometimes that's as easy as just walking away and not engaging with that person. Sometimes it's a block function if it's on the internet. And sometimes it's a thing of, if you do choose to leave that area, you leave because you already got something better to go to. And you're like, you know what? Okay, I will leave because I have this better thing to go to. And I don't need you in my life. And if they follow you, then block them by all means. You don't have to put up with people like that. You don't have to put up with mean, aggressive people. This is not, and for Christian lurkers, I'm saying this respectfully, This is not Christianity. You don't have to put up with the mean people in your life. If you're unfortunately related to them or work with them, treat them like a toxin and have as little contact as possible. But you don't have to put up with mean, nasty people in your life. If you're working hard and you're getting good things for yourself, or you've got a good relationship with the gods because you put the work in, you don't have to put up with the people that don't want to do that. And they say, well, I'm trying, but they just haven't got there yet. If a perfect long-standing relationship was handed to everybody overnight with the gods, everybody would do it. Everybody would do it. If everybody got NDE or just got one of those randomly at some point in their life, everybody would do it. And then there wouldn't be an industry to sell you NDE books, and there wouldn't be success books out there. If it were that easy, everybody would do it. So, don't let people's jealousy or them coming after you, make you shine less or make you shut down because they're mad that you're doing this. And they'll say whatever they think will work. They'll say, well, I don't agree with the reason you're doing that, and I don't like the fact that you're here and you're doing this for XYZ. And you know what? They just have issues of their own they have to go deal with, is what they have. And especially if they've admitted to you in the past that they're jealous of you, yeah, it's just coming out. Their jealousy is coming out. And you know what? You don't owe it to anyone to stop shining or to stop being happy or stop being extravagant or stop trying to be successful because, they don't like it. They need to go work on themselves and then they can be successful. But, they're not going to be successful while they're running around attacking everybody they think has, something they are jealous of. That's why I work on my own jealousy. It's like if I'm worried about watching these people and seeing what they're doing, I'm not working on myself. So, if I find somebody triggering that in me, I'm like, you know what? I'm not big enough to deal with this right now. I walk away. I walk away. There's no sense sitting there and stewing in it and wasting a whole day I could have spent working on myself, being like, you see what she had? She don't deserve that. And I'm talking when I tell you guys about dealing with stuff, it's stuff I deal with. I have like one of the worst personalities on the planet. I'm jealous. I'm easily provoked. I swing around emotionally because I'm a Gemini. Um, I have problems sticking on task. I don't want to do a task as much fun as it is doing the channel. There's always five other things I'd rather do, and that doesn't mean I don't love you guys. I do. It's just I can't stay on task for the life of me because Gemini and fibro and a bunch of other things and strokes. I can't stay on task. As I'm doing this video, I'm like looking at this, I'm looking at that. I'm like, I never do this in real life, but I would literally like to stop working and just go stare at this thing because that seems like more fun. But just work on your challenges, work on bettering yourself. And when you get those people that walk up to you and start going, bah, 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 and they'll especially add in, I'm only trying to help or something like that, you don't have to deal with those people. Don't stop shining because somebody doesn't like your light or whatever positive affirmation you want to throw in there. So we are starved. We're going to go make the best noodles on earth. And there are these packaged noodles we get from Walmart, but they're the bomb. And we're just wanted to pass on the thing of don't let that ruin your whole day because you're never going to get that day back. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later. Bye bye.